Hello everybody, my name's Brianna. On here, for my very first YouTube channel, I'm going to go by Artsy Brirenee. And for my first video, I wanted to show you guys my first time using this animation program that I found very interesting. And while I'm doing that, I will tell you guys a little bit about myself. So let's get started. So this program is pretty cool. It's called Rough Animator. And I'm currently using the free demo version that the makers provided before I spend the whole $5 for the real version, because I'm cheap. I mean, responsible. And I first came across Rough Animator when I saw a designer using it on Instagram, and I really wanted to check it out for myself, even though I know little to none about animation. On Rough Animator, you could create character animations, or you can animate type and shapes. And after I got to watch a few tutorials on how to use the program, I started playing around with it, and I created an animation of the word hi. And of course, I forgot to record the beginning of my animation, but in the end, you'll see the final product, and you'll see it from start to finish. Now it's time to learn a little bit about Artsy Brirenee. So I would say that I've been artsy since I came out of the womb, okay? I'm pretty sure I got the creative gene from my father, because growing up, I've noticed he's always been into comics and superheroes, and he could draw them really, really well. And growing up, I just love to draw. I can't even keep count of all the random sketchbooks that I have lying around collecting dust somewhere, so I'm not even gonna try. And in my neighborhood, everyone known me as the creative one. I was the one who could draw, paint, write poems and stories. I even played the violin and a few other instruments too. And I'm glad all this creativity and talent paid off, because as a kid I was able to get into an expensive performing arts camp that I probably would never be able to get into otherwise, because I wouldn't be able to afford it. But it was an amazing experience. Shout out to you, Stan, and all the friends I made there when I was 12. You guys are amazing. And at that camp, it just flowed creativity, and I'm so happy I got a chance to be a part of it, and it only made me love the arts even more. So I'm just going to flash forward to high school, and I was still playing the violin, and I'm still making art. I was really, really into drawing specifically, and no other subject was as important to me than the arts. So the orchestra and my art drawing classes was where I spent most of my free time, especially my art teacher's classroom with my friends. I just had the most amazing group of friends there, and they're all extremely talented in their own ways, and I know they're all doing great things right now, if you hear me. Okay. and when we were in class together all those years, we basically just made art together and fooled around, and it was so much fun. And we still had to take our art seriously, because I think all of us in my friend group ended up in advanced placement drawing, which is a college level drawing class where we have to submit our best pieces to judges and get a final grade to get a college credit, possibly. And yeah, I totally got a good grade. But at the same time, when I was going through my AP drawing pieces, I also had to worry about another thing. What's going to be the next step? As in, where am I going to major in college once I graduate? I honestly had no idea at the time. But I knew it had to be art related. So after thinking about it, I figured that I should broaden my skills a little bit. So that same year, I also took a computer graphics class, which is basically beginner's graphic design and stuff, learning about different programs and things to use with it. And that's when I found out that art comes in so many different forms that people don't really think about that until they experience it for themselves. And even though I still love to draw, I knew that the fine art world is very competitive, with other artists, just like any any type of art or basically any job has competition. But I guess the other thing that kept me from pursuing fine art was the starving artist trope that people who don't know anything about art tries to get in your head. But it could happen, so of course that kind of freaked me out a little. So when I got down to picking colleges, I decided to go towards graphic design rather than fine art. And in my opinion, I believe I made a good decision, because once I got into that major, I realized drawing is still a really big part of that. And it was exciting to mix in my old skills with new skills that I'm pursuing. So now it's time for the next step of my life. College! Woo! Where I am now. I am studying visual communications, aka graphic design, and in such a short time, I've learned so much. This fall, I'll officially be a senior, and believe me, I am freaking out. And once I graduate, I have to take part in the competitive art world. I don't want to think about that right now, guys. But let's talk about my very first year. It felt like it was yesterday. Like in that major, you're kind of just like another fresh face, another fresh work of art. You're going to show everyone else what you can do and improve on it. Because unless you took like a computer graphics or graphic design class before you got into the major, there are a lot of programs that you don't understand, and a lot of topics that you didn't realize is actually a part of the field. And me personally, since I only took that one computer graphics class, I only knew a tiny bit about certain programs, and I had no idea how broad the field was in general. So up until now, I learned the basics of what it takes to become certain occupations, such as an illustrator, a photographer, an art director, freelancer, a package designer, a brand creator, an animator. You name it. There's just so many ways graphic design can be spread out. It's so diverse and amazing. It's crazy. And before you ask, no, I am not sure which occupation I'm leaning towards at the moment. There are a few that I like, but I just don't have a singular place I want to go yet. So I guess I'll start there with the places I like. In general, I just want to share what I love, and what I love is art. And I'd like to express what I love in as many ways as I can. At first it was just drawing, but I had a chance to broaden my skills to other fields, like with what I have learned through graphic design. And basically that's what compelled me to play around with this animation program, because the only way you can get better at something is by trying new things and getting out of your comfort zone. I want to share my love of art with others as well, and that's why I created this channel. And I want to use this channel to express my love for art and to try out all different types of art out there. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. And I plan to do a few more videos on Rough Animator as well as other programs, because it's really cool and I just want to keep playing around with it until I get better and better. And I know some of you guys are here to hear me go on and on about myself, but I know most of you are here to see how my rough animation came out. So without further ado, here's the final animation. So guys, leave a comment below and let me know what you want me to do next, and I just might do it. Also, please like and subscribe. And thanks again for checking out my channel. And for those of you interested, I put a link down below for Rough Animator so you could try it out too. And until the next video, peace out.